Well, people, Casey, have we got you here?
Yep.
How are we doing?
Yeah, all good.
Evening. So, okay, I'm getting a loop back. Sorry. There we go. Cancel that. Just getting this together. So hopefully this works well. We'll get some people in chat to confirm that they can hear us all nice and clear. And anyone who's watching, you should know that we're actually streaming both on YouTube and also on Facebook, which I also don't know how that'll go. Bit of an experiment. I'm just lurking around. I got my MacBook, so I'll be walking around talking about stuff, doing whatever. What's going on anyway, Keith? How you been?
What's that?
How you been?
Oh, yeah. Busy.
Busy,
Like always.
Yeah. There's no real point in this live stream other than I kind of wanted to just catch up, see how things are. I mean, we don't live in the same state anymore, so we're kind of trying to work out ways where we can keep in touch and keep the community together.
Yeah.
Can you see the chat there, Keith, up in the right-hand side?
Yeah. I just clicked over to that.
Yeah. Nice. Good evening, Dribbler. How you been, man? I'm not regular on our channel. G'day, Martin. Michelle, how are you? So,
yeah, everyone's there.
Break the awkward start. Have you been following the new Toyota updates that have come out recently?
Hang on. Damn.
Queensland internet. Yeah. We can't trust it. You got it?
Yeah. Reception's going to be a pain for me, I reckon.
It's a bit iffy, is it?
Hey?
Is it
it's a little bit patchy?
Hear? Hang on, let me have a look.
No, you freeze. I think it's my end.
Good old Queensland internet. Aren't you like near the city though? Caboolture, isn't that?
Nah.
That's like town. That's like main town. That's townish, isn't it?
Nah, I'm halfway between. Takes me just as long to get to Sunshine Coast as it does Brisbane City.
I don't know Queensland at all, so I don't know what that means.
Halfway.
Halfway, okay. All right.
So still 45 minutes to the city and 45 minutes to Sunshine Coast.
Cool. Good day, David.
Nope.
What was that? Like a old 1970 desk phone? We lost him.
Yeah, that's my phone ringing. I don't know who it is, but they can wait.
Invite them on. Look, if anyone wants to join us on the stream, and you've got a phone, you probably can join and get involved. We're letting anyone kind of jump on. You probably need to have a camera though.
Hey, Dave.
Need Starlink? No, I don't think he does. Well, maybe he does. I
do need Starlink.
It's quite expensive. That's the problem. So, people in chat, do you want to throw some stuff? Any questions you want to ask us along the way? I mean, I'll try and have a conversation with Keith, but he seems to be having some technical issues. Maybe
give me 2 minutes.
Just stand up with the phone with one leg up the other way, and you.
Better reception. Try that. See if that works.
What do you actually do? Just move the phone.
Move the phone.
Well, have you not got Wi-Fi there?
I've got to get someone around to do the So I haven't hooked the NBN up before because I never bloody lived here. Built the house 6 years ago. All the NBN's here, but they got to come in and they got to put the box in the shed. I can get my modem and all that off that.
Yeah.
But trying to find someone that's actually interested in doing that this day and age is next to impossible.
Yeah, okay.
So at the moment, I'm still stuck with damn phones. So
I remember I was talking
the other day and thought, Starlink would be a great option.
Yeah, it's just expensive though. I mean, NBN's like $100 these days a month. Starlink, you're 50% more than that. So
Dave, I don't get haircuts, Dave. I'm cheap. I do it myself. I ain't got much
Meanwhile,
hair, so it's nice and easy.
so I don't know what we've kind of put a plan together for the next year to catch up finally. You've got interim plans to come down so we can actually finally do Blue Rag. That's exciting later this year.
Yeah, I was still gutted I never got to do that before I left. So when
What's that?
I was gutted I never got to do that before I left. So
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
I seen you going to do it, I thought, yeah, that'll be one to come. November's still a few months away. So
Ages away. G'day, Jasper. Evening, my friend. Jasper, do you want to come in, join in the video? You just need a phone. I think. Yeah, you just need a phone. Does it work on just phone? How are you doing it, Keith? Are you on a laptop?
no.
You're on your phone.
Oh, freaking lost you again. Far out.
Keith is having technical issues.
Yeah, hey?
You there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
It's like delayed a little bit. I don't know how everyone else is seeing it. How are you seeing it over there?
Yeah, okay.
It's probably it feels like there's a little bit of a delay just between our but yeah, anyway, so we're coming you're coming down here to Melbourne, so we're gonna do Blue Rag in the High Country in November. And coming up in April next year, we're coming up there. So we'll actually be able to have a look around what's up in Queensland and check out the Springs 4x4. So that'll be exciting. We'll break our cars probably. Because we're gonna try the hard track, I already know.
Well, they bulldozed it the other day.
Yeah, but that's just beer o'clock. So I'm not too worried about that. There's plenty more challenging stuff around there from what I hear. So
there's lots of stuff. If you want challenging stuff, there's lots around.
Yeah, we'll find something, I'm sure. Push those all-wheel drives a little bit further. G'day, Lot. Good evening, mate. Trying to find things to talk about, so you guys might want to give us a hand a little bit. This is unplanned. Like I don't sit there with a script and go, hey, Keith, this is what we're going to talk about. I literally just hit him up and go, hey, let's do a live stream and catch up. So that is that's how we're here.
Yeah, why not?
Some days you might see us kind of chilling inside, having a drink. Actually, talking about drinks, I left my drink on the bench. Hang on.
You're silly.
Yeah, I know. I walked over thinking, I don't
drinks.
Need. So it's kind of Keith is like video frozen, but I can still hear him. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Crap.
There you go. Jordan asks, what's next for the Territory, Keith?
The original one, just keep it going, which is proving a mission in itself. But the new one, yeah, well, that's all time and money, the new one.
G'day, Matthew. Actually, Matt, did you want to jump on? Do you want to jump in and join up this chat, this video thing? The three of us can have a bit of a chat. Matt Porter from, I've forgotten the channel name. Chase the Weekends, is that it?
Oh, yeah. Chase the Weekend.
Is it Chase the Weekends? I hope it is.
Yeah, another one that I meant to catch up with up here and still haven't had time.
Well, yeah, I think I had to speak. Well, we had a bit of a chat about catching up. They were going to come down to the High Country and have a look around. So, could be a good one when I'm up that way next year. If you guys don't make it down beforehand, we'll catch up with you if we get a spare half a day. Matt, I'll send you if you want to join in, Matt. I'll send you a link. You might be able to, if you feel like it. Don't know if you're in a position to join in. Give me a second. I'll try and find you because you're on our Facebook medium at the moment. So, oops. Oh, look at that! I can actually show the messages you guys are asking.
Something flashed.
Yeah. There we go. David Whiting, have you removed your sway bars, Chris? No, I haven't. I've broken my sway bars before. Probably should have taken that opportunity to go out and give it a bit of a test before I fix them. But not something. The problem is, I can actually get. I've played with like different rear shocks to get kind of more wheel travel, but the problem is we start hearing CVs doing all of its weird stuff when we've done that. So I can't imagine removing the sway bars is going to make things much more friendly for the CV. So I kind of haven't gone there. In terms of making it kind of like going crazy with the Adventurer, that's what that's what Wall's for. He's got the Adventurer Pig happening, bigger tires, V8, a lot more like front and rear true track. There's a lot of plan in there. He's going to go pretty crazy with that, so it could be interesting to see what happens from there.
Yeah, you don't need them, Dave. They still drive just fine without them.
I think it comes down to the driver.
Except for the front. The issue I have with the front now is with no sway bar stopping it, like my up travel on my shocks, they bottom out quite a lot. If you hit a sharp sort of bump, my shocks will friggin' bottom right out up the top. So that's one problem with the front one. But we'll find a solution eventually.
We always find a solution.
Right.
Did you have you seen that? Did you see that traction control video I released, Keith, the other day?
Oh, I watched a bit of. I think I seen it a bit of it at work, and then I went back to work.
Yeah, no,
I never got to watch the whole thing.
It was actually really interesting. There was in the first 2 minutes of that video, you can actually see where one of my rear wheels comes off the ground.
Oh, this reception's going to kill me.
Right, I'm dying over here. Must be allergic to something in the drink. Yeah, you come and go. Like sometimes you're all right for a few minutes, and then and then sometimes you kind of come back. I'm just trying to see if I can actually change the quality of your camera from here to like bring it down a bit.
Yeah.
My brake setup. Yeah, so the VMAX, I cottoned onto the VMAX stuff by accident, and I haven't tried anything else, so I can't tell you if there is something better out there. But I used the VMAX S slot type brakes, and I found they've been much better than factory. And I just use a harsh brake pad, so they work really well when they're hot because the traction control obviously works really hard. So the more harder I work, then the better brake lock I'm getting. So,
can you change the gearing in your car, like your diff ratios?
Yeah, I think 411 is where it's at.
Yeah, that's what you have, or
no, I just have your stock 3.46.
Okay.
I think the front is a territory thing. I've been told that we have to grab something from a territory to make that happen.
Yeah, well, territories run 410, so
yeah,
that's
okay.
The 6-speed runs the same. It runs, I think it's 346. So that's why I want to change it to 410 to match it with the 6-speed box.
Oh, okay, yep. How is the 6-speed project coming along? I saw that you got out the other day with a friend. Did we lose him?
Yep.
You back?
Yep.
No, I've seen you got out in the 6-speed recently. With well, you didn't.
Yeah,
maybe yours did. Yeah. I'm surprised you're not trying to get out with it a bit more and trying to just work on that car. Like, is there a reason why you're holding on to the Mark 1?
Not a whole lot. In all honesty, I thought it was going to get stuck.
What, the 6?
Yeah. I
How
thought
so?
it was going to, because it's not that high, and Roby's got some pretty soft sand, so I thought he was going to get stuck, and I sort of thought, better him than me.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'm struggling to find some things to talk about here, guys. So give us a hand in chat if you guys have got Anderson at all. We can we don't want to do this for too long. We just thought we'd give this a kind of a stretch to see what it's like.
Try and change.
Keith is trying to figure out if he can lower his something.
Give me a second. I'm going to switch to a different Wi-Fi. I just got to go get it.
Roger that. UHF antenna preferred length. Oh, preferred length. I don't really have one. I just use 2.1s for everything. I think the reason why I went to 2. I used to have a 6 dBi, but I went to a 2.1 because when we're out in the high country, my handhelds were actually doing a lot better in communicating and all the hilly terrain stuff. So I actually ended up, switching to a 2.1 because a lot of what we do is not long range. It's more up and down. And I found that to be a lot better. I remember we lost some people up in the Big River National Park one time. And because the terrain out there is treacherous for mountains and stuff, like we were probably not even a mountain away from the people we'd lost, and we just couldn't get them on my 6 dBi. So I picked up the handheld, my GME TX6160, and that thing like picked them up like nothing. It's crazy how much difference an antenna can do, and they're both 5 watts. G'day, Donald. Thank you for inviting us along. Good things to come, I think, from the future. Haven't really spoken much about it yet, but very happy to join the 4 Drive Club. Camp trip on the weekend was good. It was really good. I don't think I learned anything new. It was exactly how I expected it was going to be. So good people. Jeep has 150 millimeter mini whip, and I could hear Chris pretty well when he was alone in the high country. UHF radio is all about kind of both people. I mean, you can't have someone who's got a 6 dBi and someone has a 2.1 and expect you're going to find middle ground. It's going to be the best of whichever end has got the maximum range of what you're dealing with. So love the latest video explaining how your car traction works. Yeah, so I mean, traction control is kind of, it's one of those things that I think is underrated. And actually, when the 300 series came out, I remember watching 4Drive 24/7 when Shauno was driving the 300 series, and like I don't know if he was playing it up, but he genuinely seemed surprised how well the standard traction control system was working without diff locks. And I think that kind of started something in the 4Drive scene, because I've seen a lot more people talking about how A-Track and traction control systems kind of aid 4 driving, and there's kind of a bit of a thing to it.
You couldn't do what we do without that traction control system.
No, it'd be all over, mate. Like it's actually kind of crazy. And I know if you actually I still watch them. I don't know why people think I hate them. I don't hate them in any sense. It's just it's more about trying to show people what we do is kind of the same thing as what they want to do, and we're just doing it a different way. That's all.
It's still getting out there. It's still fun.
Yeah, and do you know what? I think that I think there's a big problem at the moment in the 4Drive scene where there's a big divide. Like there's 2 divides. You've got the competition level 4 driving, and then you've got the entry level 4 driving, and it's very, very hard for kind of one to meet the other. There's no middle. It's hard to find that middle ground. Yeah. And it's really good because we fit in that middle ground, Keith. We do, but we are willing. Yeah. I know you or me. If we were out in the high country and we saw probably a couple really challenging tracks, you or me would 100% give it a go. Even if we go, look, there's 90% chance we're not going to make this, but 10% chance we actually could we'll still give it a go. And then there's some things where I look at and I go, yeah, I know definitely I'm not going to do that. I can see 3 ways where I'm going to get stuck here and I'm not going to be able to drive out of it. So I don't bother. But that depends,
but there's
because I mean,
always a track around. Like there's you can go give it a go and you can always back out. Like I just never go down something I never go down something that I don't think I'll get back up. So I'll still push. And
that's funny. It's funny you say that, Keith. Because I remember that first day when I met you up at what was it? Where was that? Hotways. I think it was the day before that I ran into you. We did a track and we were going down and it was raining and we're like, I don't know about this, because if this track ends up coming back up, we're never going to get back out.
Yeah, I was late that day.
What's that?
I was late that day. I was meant to be there early in the morning.
That's right.
I think I had a broken brake line or something, so I had to change that out.
Yeah, I actually remember that. Well, I don't even know. What Daniel in the house ready for a Daniel Sen?
Daniel.
From the Territory group?
Yeah.
More about the Daniel Sen? What does that mean, Keith?
Daniel is... Have you seen the photos and the videos of the sunken Territory and the Territory with broken parts and we're patching the tyre or something like that?
Can't say I have. Sounds interesting.
If you ever see anything like that on the channel, that's Daniel. He's got another 6-speed all-wheel drive Territory all lifted up and stuff. And
so he's the I don't care, just send it person.
Yeah, Daniel's that. It's another one.
All right, Daniel, we'll have to do a night run together, mate, sometime. What could go wrong?
I think he wants to come back up in when is it? April, May or something? When were you guys coming up?
Yeah, we're coming Easter holidays up to Queensland.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wants to come back up for that as well.
Well,
if he can fix the car and keep it going.
Come up, and we'll go get some amazing content at the Springs 4x4.
Yeah. He wanted me to go there when he was up.
I had club members join on a trip in Queensland who got further when they switched off the locker and used traction control system. Yeah, one of the problems with the Toyota 4Drive that I owned, the problem I found with it was you couldn't have a rear locker and still have front axle traction control. You either had no traction control and the option for a rear locker, which, front wheel up situation, it's all over anyway. I actually think if they were able to get the traction control to work on the front while you've got a rear locker in, that could possibly be a game changer. And I do wonder if the newer Toyotas will be like that. David, I went to tracking my crew to the twin locked. No comparison. Well, see, they're not. This is the thing that I think many people get angry with me about on my channel. I don't know if you guys have seen the comments. There's no substitute for lockers. I 100% agree with that. But they are different tools. So, one's a spanner, one's a screwdriver. Their jobs are different. You kind of have to find the situation that it suits. Always remembering that I think traction control is always going to be a lot more, less work on your car when you're traveling around just generally touring. And the lockers would kind of come down to a situation where you find, okay, traction control is not kind of holding the wheels, and I kind of need true one-to-one control at both ends of the car. So it's just one of those things, and it comes down to the driver, I think, at the end of the day. Melissa and Tyler Allen. What do you think of this one, Keith?
Pretty sure Tyler welded their car back together at one stage when they were down in Tassie. Tyler's a fabricator. Am I going to get in trouble for saying fabricator? Fabricator, wasn't it? It wasn't a welder. Well, actually,
the thing is, I think that their trip to the US is going to be interesting series of videos. I'm pretty keen to see what that's like.
To see how he goes up against them, because I think that's a different game over there. I'm going over there in September next year. I'm going to the US and I'm going to Moab, and hopefully get out and do a few things.
What, with your car?
No, in my car, no.
Okay, I was going to say, well, you're shipping the territory to America. Hang on, where was my invite?
Yeah, I won lotto last week. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're that other person.
Nah.
They always winch everything? Probably. I mean, I've got to work out a way to get a winch on the Adventurer because it's really, and I think Keith will. What you had to say?
It filled me full of a bit more confidence with the fact of if I stuff up, I can get out.
100%.
But I've honestly used it to pull more people out other than me. Like I've used it to pull others out rather than myself. So yeah.
So your reason is it's to help other people.
Pretty much. Like it was so I could be more stupid, but it's come in handy too.
We've got Will joining in here. I don't know. He's decided to join the party. Evening, Will.
I'm here. Hey, Keith.
Hey.
We're on a low.
If we can invite people like anyone else from the Territory group, like Daniel, Tyler, any of them, if they want to join, just
that link I gave you, Keith, you can just give to them.
Yeah. If anyone wants to join, let me know.
Just and that even case if you want to
Can you turn off the TV, please?
Looks like Will's got a bit of party going on there.
Family barbecue.
We're on the TV.
I'm trying to chase the. Are you all good there, Will? Okay, I'm not sure what he's doing. Donald Swan, sorry guys, we're getting through the messages slowly. Well, we all know Wall almost drove off the edge back at not Ways. I remember that. And Donald was saying he was, you just at the Springs. Yeah, I think Jay was saying something about that. He actually told me to let you guys know when we're up there. You guys might kind of tag along, which could be interesting.
That's another thing. Anyone up here that wants to go out, I need a group of people and more people to go out with. So, because at the moment it's just us and all our visitors from Victoria that keep coming up.
And it's a long drive. I'm trying to now unmute Will. I muted him because he had lots of noise happening, but I don't know how to unmute him. Can you unmute yourself, Will? There we go. Yep, got you, man.
Yeah. I'm just the internet's not too good out here, so I'm just getting the TV turned off.
Just another person that needs Starlink. Look, guys, just I install Starlink. All right, so if you need some help.
Good old country internet.
Yeah, good old country. 100% we would tag along. Yeah, just let us know, Donald. Oh, well, I'll let you know probably. Following announcements in the near future, we will definitely make. We'll definitely organise something, no doubt. So helps out. We're running a little
spring 4x4.
We're running a little slow here, so you come in to save the day.
Yeah.
How much longer?
How much longer?
There's the two of you guys. What are your guys' plans for your cars? Are you going to do anything else to them, or
what are you going to do to your car, Will? I think what we're going to do is we're going to experiment with some subframe spaces on Will's car. We'll just chuck some 20 mil spaces in there and see if we can get some body lift.
Yeah.
Because we were just out recently, and I had a clearance problem. I mean, bigger wheels could probably solve that, but I can't go bigger with the crappy alloy tech. I'm not going to have enough torque anymore.
Yeah.
Unless I geared up, unless I did do the gearing. But right now, I've got my Adventure at the perfect spot. It's like if it's not a clearance issue, I can pretty much do anything.
you climb tracks way better than I do.
Yeah,
So-
and that's the thing. I think if I go bigger tires and stuff, we're going to start having torque problems, and that's why I think we want to
Bigger
experiment.
tires though, you're going to be cutting pretty bad too.
Well,
Yep.
that's why
You
Wolves
don't wanna be
running
doing that.
31.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Wolves got
while we're
the
running
ability to
31
do that.
with the V8, you'll really see how that goes.
But he's also got the torque to do it. He's got the power on the V8 to do it.
But remember, the
I mean,
V8 has the slower
with-
traction control, though.
With your pardon?
The V8 has a slower traction control. I actually think, because when I was watching Keith drive my car up that test track, I could tell that his expectation of how the car was going to respond from the traction control was really different.
Yeah.
But he understood how it worked, so he found his
How many people can join?
I don't know how many people you.
I've got Daniel, Dave, and Tyler.
All right, bring them in. Give them the link. I'll see them pop up in the bottom.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
We're going to get a couple of more territory people in, guys, in a second. If you've ever wanted to ask questions live on the spot, put Keith and his crew up, right there and then. This is the time.
Put me on the spot and ask questions.
I don't know about going 35. I mean, there is a maximum point of efficiency.
I'm going 33s on the new one.
You're going 33s?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I got 285.
You want turbo, yeah? Your one
is a bit much, I reckon.
Old turbo, yeah, but then I'm changing the gearing as well.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna
The way it climbs right now, it's good. But if I change the gearing, I'll keep that good low sort of gear that it has, but I can run the bigger tires. That's my theory anyway. Like always, it's a test it out.
It's an experiment. It's an experiment. Like that's everything. Like I didn't just decide one day, hey, I'm going to take the adventure off road and go tackle all these tracks. It was literally hey, I need a car for camping. I'm out camping, and then me and Will were just watching these. I can't remember what 4-wheel drives they were, but there were these 4-wheel drives trying to get this stupid hill right next to the campsite. And I'd already done this hill earlier in the day. They didn't know this. So me and Will are just sitting there laughing at camp. I remember he had his 4-wheel drive, or he had a 4-wheel drive, I don't know whose it was, and I had my adventurer. And it was just like, surely these guys aren't struggling to get up this small hill. Like it was, how small was it, Will? Like it must be, it was reasonable, but it was just.
It was funny.
It was funny. And I actually, I walked up in like, I was very shy back then. And I said, look, I want to have a go, pretending I hadn't done it before. And they got their phones out and they're like, there's no way we're going to get up in that, pointing at the adventurer. Next thing you know, I've driven it straight up. What were their reactions like, Will, back on the camp? It was funny, wasn't it?
Oh, they were just disbelief. It's a normal disbelief, really.
Yeah. And that's traction control for you, because they had open front and rear gears.
That's traction control, and I can only guess. Don't remember properly. I can only guess that they were completely open. They probably locked in 4-wheel drive, and that's like they probably locked their center. And that was pretty much it.
4 drives of open diffs. I reckon they're I know they've locked their center, but I don't reckon they're at any more advantage over us with our traction control. Like,
no, they're not.
The other day of his Triton, like he's open diffs, he still suffers from the same problems we do. Like,
yeah, and it's funny because Will had his Prado, his 90 series Prado. My adventure was out driving the Prado pretty much everywhere, where where his rear flex just couldn't get enough traction. I'd just drive through and he would get stuck. It was only until he actually got his rear LSD fixed before his Prado then started having different scenarios where his car would overdo ours. So traction control, big thing. Even if it's the smallest amount of wheel lift or low traction on the rear, changes everything. And line picking, but a lot of our stuff's come from experience. G'day, Ed. I'm just going to join Dave and Daniel in here. We're making some space.
There you go.
There we go. G'day, hey, boys.
Dave will actually tell you he's just bought a new Territory and he's got a very cool thing coming with the transfer case, hopefully.
Tell away. So hang on, we got someone muted here. Can't hear
Hang on,
Dave.
you're on mute.
He's unmuted, but he's got no audio coming through.
You got no audio.
I'll bring Tyler in. Tyler, welcome to the party, mate.
G'day.
Yeah, all the territory.
G'day.
G'day. I'll just rename some of these.
I can't fucking hear anyone though. No.
We've got one without a mic.
Right,
and one
look,
without-
this is the first time I've actually done a live stream with just a lot of random
Everyone.
people. So some teething issues, guys, but we're working on it.
All right, I'm here now.
Oh, yeah.
Got a question for you here, Keith, or someone from the Territory. Donald's asking, I've been told you can put a Territory motor straight into a Land Rover. I mean, would you know that?
The diesel, I think you can. Can't it?
Yeah, the 2.7 Land Rovers.
Yeah, that's from a Land Rover, the diesel motor, yeah. But I don't know about the Barra. Yeah, there's probably people that do it. See, I think the transfer case that was it NV25? Yeah, there's all different things that's always been thrown around, but it's still that case of someone's actually got to buy the stuff and start experimenting. So,
Experimenting, yeah. Yeah, waiting for our hoist to actually finally get here so I can actually start cutting up and doing some measurements.
are you still waiting on that?
Got any new information on that, Chris?
There's a long story, and I'm not going to go into it now, but I hate people.
Oh God.
It's a nightmare.
How do you? Yeah, you
It's
gotta
still got my
wonder.
money too. Won't go into that. That's a topic for another off air.
That sounds like an interesting story.
Yeah,
Oh, mate,
yeah.
shocking.
Hopefully, I'll have my
Ed,
getting out the back there soon with the
Christmas
hoist.
yeah, IT problems. Who are we waiting for? Who's Mike? Who are we waiting? Dave, is it?
Yeah,
No, he's still a
I haven't
ghost.
got you.
Okay.
How do you change the mic?
Yeah, there should be like a settings button that you can.
Oh yeah, down the
Select.
bottom.
1 second.
Oh, yeah.
I can read sign language. I'm pretty sure that's 1 second.
Yeah, mute.
Daniel,
Stop damn
Yeah.
screens.
what's going on, mate? How you been?
Yeah, not too much. I've just been hanging out. I've
Yeah.
trying to catch up with sleep from being up in Queensland and from
Nice.
the warm weather. But other than that, yeah, stuff.
Welcome to the channel, man. Thank you for joining in.
No worries.
Tyler,
Yes.
he's got a mic too. How are you, mate?
Good, mate.
Um,
It can't be that cold in Queensland. Keith's wearing a bloody jumper.
It's warm during the day, and as soon as it gets dark, the temperature goes boom.
that's like anywhere. I remember we're in the Simpsons. It was nice during the day. As soon as the sun went down, it was freezing.
I was sweating at night. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a question for you, Keith, there from Christian.
Cape York. Yeah, Cape York sort of Cape York took a lot of planning that we just never got around to.
I think Christian's asking about what power goals once you go turbo.
Oh, not a lot. I'm looking like the 280, 300 kilowatt at the wheel sort of thing. Like, yeah, I don't want too much. If you go too much, you just start breaking more stuff. So
Yeah, because you think more power is going to get you through it. You'll be like, more pedals. Bang.
yeah.
Turbo's no good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Donald, you're from Ipswich. Yep, understood.
My CVs make unbelievable noises as it is. So
Yeah, I used to have those problems when I put those extra long shocks in. It was only whenever I was doing some extreme stuff, but I took them back out because I just wasn't sure. But Dribbler saying, had a Territory pass me on the Hume Highway, was black with rear windows painted and a spare tyre on a swing away on the rear.
Hume Highway, that's Victoria, isn't it?
Well,
No,
could be
that's
Where's Hume Highway?
That's
That's
the
heading-
The Hume, the one that goes between Melbourne and Sydney.
Yeah.
Are you sure you lived in Victoria, Keith?
Oh, how long ago?
That wasn't yours, was it, Chris? Or Dave?
Oh, we still got no
I've
audio
got
from
a swing
Dave.
on the back.
Oh, we lost Will. Will just vanished at some point. Okay. Bye, Will. I didn't even realise.
Yeah.
What cars do we all drive? Okay, yeah. Well, you know what I drive? The standard-looking adventurer. Keith, Donald's new to the channel. He is the is it the founder of the Four-Wheel Drive Club? I don't know if he's the founder.
Oh, you went out with the other day?
Yes, I think.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong. Introduce yourself, Donald, in chat. But yeah, I think he was just asking what cars we all drive. I think everyone here, except for me, drives Territories. That makes sense. President. Yeah, there you go. He's the president.
Yeah, well, Tyler, you got 2 Territories in the family.
Yeah, we got 2 now. We got the now that I got a work vehicle now, so I can be a bit more stupid with my black Territory. But Melissa, my wife, she's got the daily driver diesel SZ.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's any four-wheel drive people watching this channel right now wondering what the hell they're watching. If you are, feel free to say something in chat. We'll answer any questions. This is the off-pedal drive scene people here.
Yeah. This is the other side that you don't see too often.
No, it's the side that they see, but they don't accept. Donald,
where you're on the track, you make something and they all think you're not going, and they all go, "Yay! Oh, we made it!"
Oh yeah, that's who they are. Yeah. Donald Swan, the president of the National 4x4 Club of Australia. So he's based in Queensland and he drives a GU Patrol with probably no spare tire on the back because bigger wheel sizes. I don't know. Every time I see a GU Patrol, they haven't got a spare tire on the back, and I assume it's because they go up a size where they can't carry on the back anymore. But I do wonder where the spare tire ends up being because I never see it anywhere else. I don't know what they're...
Send me a message. Send me a message
What's
because
that?
I'd love to tag along. Or if he's based in Queensland, send me a message
He
because
is.
I'd love to tag along, or vice versa.
Yeah. Jay, you remember Jason or Jay who was talking to you in the comments on the other video the other day, Keith? Same 4 Drive Club.
Yeah.
So
I remember, talking
that's because the weight is bigger. The weight of bigger tires crack the rear doors. Oh, that makes sense.
It's a common thing with Jeeps as well. You can only run up to a certain size on the rear door of the Jeeps because they start breaking things.
That's why you see all the Jeeps running around with just the rim on the back.
I missed your question there, Christian. If any of you blokes come out to WA, I'll happily meet up and take you to a few tracks. I'm going to WA I'm going to the Arid National Park in WA for Christmas. So we're out there for about 3 weeks or 2.5, 3 weeks. So it should be good at the end of the year. Just having a bit of a look around. But I do want to get out to WA. The problem is it's far. Much further than Keith.
Yep.
All right, chat's a bit stale here, guys. Feel free to spice it up a little bit. Here we go. Cameron Barry.
He's another one of mine. He's building. He'll probably shoot me for saying this the way I do, but I think of remember your American mud trials, where they pour through the mud and they build those big things with chains around the tires and all that. That's what he's building. So he's taken a Territory and he's built one of them out of it. It's quite it's quite a cool build. And
is
hopefully,
that the blue one?
Yeah, it's a silver one like ours. It's got the big blue solid bash thing on the front of it and all of that.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, cool car.
Cool.
Should be cool once it's done.
Any photos? I think we can. if we do a bit of planning in the future, I can actually grab clips and stuff and show stuff. I'm fairly sure in the video feed too, but worry about that another time, I suppose. Fuel economy question. Oof. Okay, so my adventure is probably like, I sit probably 13 liters to 100 on the freeway, and about 22 liters to 100 when full driving through like sand, off-road, that type of stuff. So crossing the Simpson Desert, for example, I use 21.5 litre average from the Pink Roadhouse all the way to Birdville. That might give you an idea. What about you, Keith? What's your fuel economy like?
I've never really watched it. Off-road. I think it's just because it's so, well, I'm always stop-start, but when I towed the camper trailer and all that to Flinders Ranges that time, I think we were using about 19 litres, 20 litres per 100 Ks, towing that. And then driving around town, you normally just, up around the 16, 17. On the highway, I'm still probably, 13, 14.
I think that the 6 speeds make a big difference with that, though, because remember, I've still seen 8 litres per 100 on the highway with my 265s.
Yeah, I'm still mucking around with that. I think me and Daniel looked at it the other day on 4Scan. We're mucking around with that. It's the torque converter that seems to be locking and unlocking, and that's chewing up the fuel on that 6 speed.
It's actually really funny you bring that up. So on my way up to when I went up to Coffs earlier this year, a couple of months back, when I was towing that trailer, I actually plugged in my HP tuners into my car, and I forcefully just locked in the torque converter, and God, it makes a big difference. Like, it's actually quite crazy. And I actually had more power pulling the trailer in 4th gear when I had it locked in and not even worry about changing gears anywhere between 80 and 110. It was actually just so much better. I dropped from 19 litres to 100 towing all the way down nearly 15. That's how much of a difference it made on the freeway towing. It's just crazy.
Have you looked into torque converter lock-up switches?
Not yet. I didn't even really think about it, and then I was driving along, and I just thought, oh, bloody hell, this gearbox will not decide what gear it wants to be in. Does it want to be in 3rd, 4th, or 5th? It's just flying around. So that's what gave me the idea to plug in HP tuners and kind of tune it and lock it up and just adjust the ranges so it would stay in 4th gear, and it was the best thing that I could do. So I understand how that makes a difference.
Well, do you see? Just quickly, can you? Oh, where's the camera? So that's that one I was talking about with the chains on the wheels and all that.
Yep,
that's Cameron.
Yep.
Okay. Like that sort of stuff. That's what he takes it and does. Like,
Jesus. Okay. That's okay.
So he's actually invited me to come out. Like it's all caged out inside and. So hopefully once he's got that up and running, I'm going to get to go be passenger. So it could be a good bit of fun.
Take the camera on the GoPro, please.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Dribbler saying over GU that still has a spare on the back or 2.8 would die if I went bigger than the 33s, I think you said. Yeah. Donald's okay, that's the GU economy. I don't know why. The V8 I bought is doing better on fuel than any V6 I've seen. I don't understand that. It's been tuned for fuel economy, gets like 9.5 litres to 100 on the freeway and about 11.5 to 12.5 city driving. I just don't understand. The
SES I've got's the same. It's better than the Territories on fuel.
Yeah, like I was just like, what the hell's going on here? I mean, it's on standard road tires. I get it. It's probably it hasn't got all the mods, but even a stock V6 Adventure is still 13 or 14 litres to 100 in city, and probably wouldn't get better than maybe 11 on the highway. So it just must be its gearing and the way the torque works out efficiently off the motor. Good LSs.
Yeah.
It seems to vary a lot from car to car too, because I've been in 2 identical cars that use different fuel mileage.
Yeah, that might come down to the driver.
No, I mean even with the same driver, just
Okay,
like
well-
identical cars from the identical factory are using slightly different fuel.
Okay.
Maintenance, I think, too.
Maintenance, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
I've
with
no-
these engines that rely on sensors to get the right fuel mixture.
Yeah.
I've noticed
Yeah.
with my all-wheel drive, the 6-speed like that I take off road, that uses 10.5 liters per 100, like on the freeway. But the blue one that I converted, ZF 6-speed all-wheel drive, that uses like 16 liters per 100, and that's just all stock. I don't know what is different. So like they're the exact same car.
Just
Like-
different, small things, I guess.
So it's
It's saying here, I thought the FJ was bad, but you guys are putting me to shame. 12.9 to 13.9 around town. And off-road, who cares? Yeah, look, the only reason I know about my off-road mileage is because I had to calculate it. I had to do a test and calculate it for the Simpsons, so I knew I would have enough fuel to get across. That's all right, Donald. I'll catch you later. Thanks for dropping by, mate. Appreciate you catching up. We will definitely all catch up. And Christian, if money wasn't an issue,
Right.
what car would you drive off-road? Ooh, that's funny because I spent 80 grand on a Toyota 4-wheel drive, and I quickly said F that.
No, I've got a good answer for that.
Who's that?
Tyler.
Yep.
If money's no object, I know I've spoken to Keith about it, but you know those 4-wheel drive trucks they use for like fire brigade and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of them would make an awesome off-road camper.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
Like
Yeah,
the
I
Unimog,
don't Yeah, but
the other. What are they?
they're still limited though. Like, where do you don't have like, I don't know how to put it. They're not as agile. Like, they'll probably go anywhere. They'll just drive over anything and everything. But
It's not working. My mic's still not working, guys.
no, gotcha.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Hey,
All right, let's give him showtime. Got Dave up here.
sorry about that.
That's
There's about 20 different microphone volumes.
Yes.
And anyway, I just kept flicking around. But anyway, yeah, it's good to be in the chat. My update is well, I've actually got a question for you guys. I've successfully hacked the all drive module AEST Terry. So I've got the older Terry, which is the SY, and that's the 6-speed turbo with the LST and everything. But as you know, it's got the Sun Gear center NV125, and so it's you can't really do much with that unless you want to weld it locked permanently. And so when I got my SZ, I really was interested in tampering with the center, the transfer, and so I'm sort of almost at the point of installing the prototype to be able to have a 3-position switch on the dash. Basically, there'll be a rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, and center lock. So the question is, am I then actually an all-wheel drive boy, or have I now entered the 4-wheel drive scene again, like with my Land Cruiser?
You have to lock the center.
Yeah, once you lock that center, people's definitions change.
I think it is. I think the lock center is the definition. I mean,
that's what I think.
Some people say it's low range, but no, that doesn't.
Nah, because
gotta be a
like
lock
low range
center.
has nothing to do with drive, like the actual
No,
drive
it
wheel.
doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, look. But
So
in
does this
saying
mean
that,
you
it's
can
good
actually
because
stick
there
a
are.
4x4 sticker on the back of it, or
Sorry, mate. Just what was that?
does this mean you can actually stick the 4x4 sticker on the?
Well, I wanted to get the number plates
Remove the all-wheel
locked,
drive.
just to troll people.
Stir people up. Yeah.
But then
right.
I looked at the pricing and went, nah, it's not worth it.
Don't you guys have to pay? Don't you guys pay? Well, in Victoria, we pay for a plate and that's it. We get it for life. But in
Yeah.
other states, I read that you pay something. and then you have to
Queensland's-
pay ongoing.
I think Queensland's a 1-2 because I know my mate just got some really awesome ones and they were expensive, like $2,000, but he's got them for life.
Yeah. Okay.
I think New
Whereas
South
here-
Wales has got like a yearly renewal fee.
Yearly,
Yeah.
it's about $500, I think, a year.
Come on,
Yeah,
Australia's unified. Shouldn't we all follow the
You
same
can pay a
rules?
couple grand.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well-
Matthew Porter. He'd love a Mog, slow as, but would tow a block of flats around Australia. Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, I guess if you're towing, but it's those things can't be good on fuel. They can't be good on fuel, right?
I know that because I was looking at the Mitsubishi Canter dual cabs, and they're not that bad really. Like you can see 16 liters per 100 as sort of
Okay.
general, mix of highway and town stuff. But it's no worse than the Territory really.
Depends what you're comparing it to. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. If you compare it before the Territory, I had a V8 Jeep, and
If you compare
that
it
was
to the
I've
Corolla,
very rarely seen below 20 liters per 100 on that.
Yeah. With my V8 Cruiser, that's like sort of minimum was 20. Yeah.
I mean, look, we used to drive interstate, and we used to haul around what was a 7-ton truck, and we used to pull another 4 or 5 ton on top of that. And I think that averaged, like on the highway, around about 22 liters to 100. So I guess it doesn't really matter about the profile. It's all about gearing and setup. Obviously, a lot of our cars weren't designed to do what we do, so we're going to have unexpected numbers in the fuel economy world. I don't think any of us look at that when we're modifying. We're just like, whatever. Can it climb that hill? That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Look, guys, we're reaching 59 minutes on this stream. Trying to keep it to an hour. So, last chance for any questions for anyone. Just want to thank everyone for joining in tonight. Something different. Just because we've got such
I'll be up with Keith in a few weeks. So if anybody's up that way, we could hit the tracks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you're watching and don't really know what you're watching, Territory Offroad have a Facebook group. Territory Offroad also have a YouTube channel. I think I put a link in the description, but it's not hard to find. It's not like there's 400 different groups. And you just search for us to All Train Action if you're interested in joining up with us. But other than that, I think that's really it. Any outgoing words, Keith?
Nah, as I say, from Queensland, in Queensland, hit me up. Got to find some good track when you come up.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I'll catch everyone later. Thanks for hanging out, and do it again soon. I mean, this is pretty cool. I just have to figure out a kind of, I don't know, roadmap to these, because when we started, I didn't know what we were going to talk about. I was like, okay, let's give this a spin. But it's a good turnout. Thanks everyone for tuning in as well. If you're still here, and we'll probably try and give people more notice in the future, because it kind of just randomly dumped this on everyone last minute.
Yeah, well, good.
Yeah, and hopefully Keith has NBN by then.
Yeah, I saw that. I stole the missus' phone. I stole Angela's phone.
Oh, okay. It got a little bit better. You're right. It got a little bit better.
A little bit better, yeah. Better than mine.
All right, man. I'll catch you later. And see you next time. See you guys.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Cheers.
Bye.